Hello everyone and welcome back. So in this video, we are going to continue our discussion on recursions and array and solve one more question which is going to help us to understand the same a lot more deeply. So let's get started. So the question is as on your screen, given an array and an element, we have to find the first index of the element and last index of the element. So I will just give you an example so that the question is a lot more clear. What exactly we have to do is, let's say if we are given an array, say the array or a list basically is 3, 2, 5, 2, 8, 2, 1. Then we have to tell the first index and the last index. So it's always a good strategy if, like, let's say you are given any question, think of an example or think of actually I would say test case and actually write what the answer will be. Even if you are asked the question in an interview, please make sure that you always ask your interviewer for some example so that you can make sure that your understanding of the question and what the interview or what, let's say, any platform is asking you to solve, that is on the same ground. Now in this specific question, I'm making one more thing clear. We have to write two separate functions and won't have to do this in a same function. Okay. So now let us see what will be the answer, everyone. So if these are the indexes, of course my first index, and let's say the element which I am given is 2. So my first and last index will actually be 1 and 5 respectively, right? Because if you will see in this particular example, 2 is coming the very first time on first index and it is coming on the very last, like last time on the 5th index. Now one more thing, always make sure that, let's say if we are given 10 in this particular question, please make sure that you also have this thing clear that what exactly we want to do. So in this particular case, I want to make sure that we return -1 if not found. So I kept these things, I would say, unclear in this question specifically because I want to make sure that, let's say, anytime you're solving this question in an interview, these are the things which you have to make, I would say, clear without actually first starting or, like, let's say, indirectly jumping to the solution. Okay. So please make sure that you are asking and clarifying all these things. Though